Hello and welcome to Mike's Garage. If you've already subscribed to our channel, thank you very much. If you haven't, please do. And when you do, be sure and tap on the little notification bell button, so that you'll be notified every time we put up a new video. Well, we've been having fun lately, and yes, we're on schedule. We're doing good. And I wanted to show really how far we've gotten, what we've been doing. You know, in our last video, I think I put the motor into this bike, and we've been going along. This is my 1940 Flathead 80 Harley, and I've always wanted to build it. I'm finally building it, and now I'm finally realizing, with all the things that I have gathered up for this bike over the years, since I never put them on the bike, they'd never been fitted. You know, when you restore an old bike, you're restoring it to original type stuff. You're wanting to get fenders that fit it because they're supposed to be original type. I say type, you know, we try to use original stuff when we can, when we're doing a restoration. This is not an original type restoration, nor is it a chopper. It's a genuine my bike. It's all about me and what I want it to be and do. Basically, what I'm building is a Flathead 80 bobber. What is a bobber? A bobber is a bike with bobbed fenders. This one has no front fender. It has a bobbed rear fender. This is when I was a kid, what they used to call a bob job. That's what my dad would have called it. If my dad were still alive today, he'd be 112. Anyway, so I'm putting on it the things that I want it, what I think I would be, actually what I would be riding if we were in the 1940s, what I would like, and this is it. My VL Springer front end was made anywhere from 1930 to 1936. I always wanted a VL Springer, and there it is. So that's what's happening. But what I really wanted to explain, and I've tried this in the last video, and this I guess is just a catching up a bit on that one, is the order of things. And when I say the order of things, it's like, can I put this on before I put that on? And this is a Flathead. I have not built another Flathead bobber. I've done a couple of Flathead original bikes, but not a Flathead 80 bobber. And it was really funny when I was trying to put the pipes on the other night, and I realized I couldn't get them to fit on there until I loosened up the heads and the cylinders, and I was able to move them a little back and forth to get the pipes to go on. So I did that, and then I made a note, okay, put the motor in without the top end, put the top end on, put it on loose, and then you can put the pipes on. So what we're doing right now is still a mock-up of that situation. Now this pair of pipes I've got hung on here, they will go over to my friend Rob, the welder. He's quite a welder and fabricator. And I've done exhaust work with him before, and what he will do is make the brackets and weld them to the frame to get these pipes right. But in assembling them in the final assembly, I'll lift the lower end of the motor in, set it in place, and put the heads and cylinders on, and make them so I can rock them back and forth in order to install those exhaust pipes, and that's the way they're going to fit. It'll be great. But getting the order of those things correct is very important. Now, I want to make oil lines for this motor. So I'm going to make oil lines, and I'm looking at it, I'm saying, how am I going to do that? Well, I got to put the exhaust pipes on so that I can see where my oil lines are going to go. What year is this oil tank? I don't know. I don't even care. But I'm going to make up the oil lines that I want. And I've got the tools to flare them properly. And so I got all my bending tools out and put them in one box and another box of other things. And that's the way it's all going to go together. But getting the order of those things down for the final assembly is what's going to be important, because you don't want to scratch everything and hammer on everything and wish it would fit. Now, when I set the motor down, I found that it didn't fit perfectly flat in the frame, so I added a 4,000 shim here on the right rear corner. Now, that may not be exactly the way it all fits when I do it in the final assembly, but I will make a note of that. What I do is I just take an old set of, what do we call these? Oh, these are feeler gauges. So I take an old feeler gauge, and I found 4,000ths fit, so I just trimmed that one off and stuck it in there so the motor would sit flat. I'll make a note of that so that when I put the bike together for the last time, I'll remember that I had a 4,000 shim in there. But now that I've cleaned off the mounting plate and everything, does it come out the same? We'll have to see. So that's mounting the lower end of the motor, which it's just sitting in there nicely now, bolted down. I did buy a whole new bolt kit for mounting the motor, and I've got all new motor bolts and all that for the rest of it. Again, the motor is just empty. But with the order of things, let's see. Install motor, seeing it as flat, no stress anywhere. And you can't see it from here right now with the gas tank on here, but the top mount is mounted with no stress on it. And again, the top end will be movable until the exhausts are on. Now I'm going to have to ask the art department to come down here to this end of the bike with me. I want to have a rear stand on this bike so I can change a tire out on the road if I'm in the middle of nowhere. So I do have this stand here, and I got new mounting hardware for that. And this thing will come up, and the pipes will have to be out here a little further so that they can go to the clip that's here, going to be here mounted to this back fender. And that's where that stand will be. So I'm pretty excited about that. I don't want a whole mess of chrome back there, so what I'll probably do is paint this stand black, and then whatever the fender ends up being painted will be the fender that is. I mean the color that is, and that's the way we'll do it. Another thing I have to finish up here is when I had this frame straightened about 150 years ago, I had the toolbox mount put on it. And what I'm going to do, probably, still not sure, is mount a toolbox something like that. That way I'll have a toolbox. It's summertime, and in the distance you can hear concerts in the park. And that's pretty cool. So if I get done here, I'll be able to go to that. Anyway, I want to show off this right here. I'm really thinking about the toolbox mounting just like that. But it's still not quite happening. And I have one more bracket here that has to weld to this bracket. So I'm going to have to do a little more reshaping on this bracket before we go any further there. So that takes care of the top end, the movable exhausts, and the rear stand, and the toolbox. Now, with this oil tank, you know, I've got to get the feed line to go to this oil pump that's going to be right here. So it'll be real interesting to see how this line comes down here and underneath and over to the oil pump. We'll do it. It may just go under here. I'm not sure how it's going to go. We will see. That remains to be seen. I haven't gotten that far yet. And like I said, that is the oil pump, and we'll be doing the oil lines. And what I did is I ran around and I scrounged up all the fittings and lines and stuff I had. And I also have a nice piece of stainless steel oil line to make this set from. So it's going to be a lot of fun. What else have I got that I need to show off? I think that's about it. I think that pretty much does it. I mean, it's happening, and I'm real pleased about it. Upcoming events are October, we've got one coming up about middle to the end of October. We will have the Hippie Killer Hoedown to go to. And so we'll be bringing it up to the new date on the news of that. Other than that, let's see. Well, everybody's seen it. I started polishing on it a little bit. Here's the fender tip that's going to be fitted back here. And right now it needs to be finished polished first. Anyway, so we're playing with that. Okay, the next thing would be our shirts, which we still have our shirts. And let's see, I just got some more of Baby Doll printed, and because that one's been selling. And let's see, we have all of these shirts, and if you go to Pacific Mike, which is our our website is pacificmike.com. Go to pacificmike.com, and in the upper right-hand corner, it says Shirt Store, and you can order yourself a t-shirt from there. But other than that, I think that's about it for now. And I'll be working away on this flathead to make everything fit. And we'll be showing more of it here real soon. Until then, I'll see you out on the road.